G'day guys, today's video is all about the very first run of my Tamiya TT02B buggy. Now this video, well, if you haven't been following this channel for a while, this video is a follow-up video from a previous video where I went about building a Tamiya TT02B buggy, and the whole idea of it is to make it a budget racer and make it beginner friendly for someone who wants to get into racing but doesn't want to spend a lot of money. So I finally got a chance to race the buggy. Family issues and weather have kind of prevented me from doing so, mainly the weather, because every time we get ready for a off-road club day, nature decides, oh look, it's Sunday, it's time to rain. So I finally got a chance, and I got to say the buggy is surprisingly a weapon for what it is. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut over to the footage that I captured, and I'll do a bit of voiceover.
Righty, so first impressions of the buggy. Well, I'm actually quite surprised at how well this buggy went on this particular club day. As you can see here, this is the very first laps I'm taking, just doing a bit of practice. As you can see, the track is wet. We actually had some rain the night before, but everyone got together and got most of the water off the track. But surprisingly, it handled quite well. I'm not running the kit tyres though. I'm running sweep square armour tyres in silver compound, I think it is. They actually gripped up quite well even on the wet surface. A couple of other members had some TT02B buggies as well with the kit tyres, and at the time it was very skatey for them, so the tyres definitely made a difference. Probably the first thing I would definitely say, which was a bit of a letdown with this buggy, is the servo saver. It wasn't exactly very precise. It wouldn't center up the steering every time. There's a bit of play in it. So every time you come around out of a corner, you just have to correct with a bit of opposite steering to fix the steering up a little bit. So that would be something I'd definitely change. But other than that, I mean, as you can see in these laps here, it's no speed demon. I mean, I'm chasing the 8 scale nitro buggy, but and he loses it. But surprisingly, it actually went really well. And as you can see here, this is the qualifier for 10 scale buggy, and we use the shortened version of the track. And I was going up against mainly up against proper race buggies, and they were like X-Rays and Yokomos and like team associated buggies. Pretty sure they were all 2-wheel drive. However, given the fact that this is a cheap Tamiya buggy, it actually held its own. And not trying to sound like I'm tooting my own horn here, but this qualifier I got second only because I made a few mistakes. But we have 3 A final legs, and in each of those finals I got first place. It was actually quite quite hilarious just to see the reaction of some of the other drivers, like hearing their reaction being beaten by a $200 Tamiya kit buggy with a stinky old brushed motor and a old LRP brushed ESC. But really, I'm quite surprised at how well this buggy went. It wasn't as fast in a straight line as the proper race two-wheel drive buggies, but it was definitely a good handling buggy. I could take corners really quickly. Even the Futaba servo that I have in it was, for what it is, it actually went really well. And like I said, in this video and in the previous video, the whole idea behind this buggy is to be a budget racer and have it for someone who has not raced before, is interested in racing, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. And I think in this qualifier here and in the A1 final, which will be straight after this, you'll see this buggy definitely not only held its own, but proved that you don't have to spend a lot of money to have fun racing. So for me, guys, this is all I've got to say about the buggy. Probably only other drawback too, I would say, is ride height. Going over small jumps, it's not too bad, but it definitely needs a bit more ride height, because you'll see as I go along, like I'll go over these jumps here, it's not too bad. Over the little jumps coming up around here, it's not too bad. But then when I come up around here, this jump's alright, but this jump here, there was a lot of slapping on the ground. It definitely does need more ride height, just so it could absorb the jumps better. But in all honesty, for what you're paying for this buggy, it's definitely good value. So that's going to be me signing off. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
$30 left. After 4 minutes 30 seconds. The top drivers are Mike Oxmal in first place, followed by Shooter in second place, followed by Sean Bennett in third place.
Yeah, it's just kind of awkward when a $200 Tamiya is coming second. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mike Oxmal done. Shooter done. After 1 minute 30 seconds, the top drivers are Shooter in first place, followed by Mike Oxmall in second place, followed by Sean Bennett in third place. Three minutes left. After 3 minutes, 2 minutes left, the top drivers are Shooter in first place, followed by Sean Bennett in second place, followed by Mike Oxmall in third place. One minute left. "45 seconds left. In 30 seconds left. 4 minutes 30 seconds. The top drivers are Shooter in first place, followed by Sean Bennett in second place, followed by Mike Oxmall in third place. "15 seconds left. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big Dog done. Mike Oxmall done. Shooter done. Sean Bennett done.